right, we got to get Instagram on here. Where are you, Instagram? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, Instagram, we got to get you on. Instagram, YouTube, we're here. Let's do this. Hey. Come on in, goddesses. Make sure you have your morning beverage. Hey. We're going to talk astrology. Do an oracle reading. And whatever else the Great Mother has for us today. Hey, hey, hey. Who's here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up, Queen? Azizi. I love you, Queen. Onayemi. Good morning. Okay, Esha. Hey, hey, Alafia. Wealth rising. All right, y'all. Easy drinking green tea. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let me take this down. Greetings, goddesses. Y'all see I have on my hoodie. It's hoodie weather. And I know people who really love cold weather would say, Tyra, it ain't hoodie weather yet. I mean, it's still getting up there in the 80s. But I don't care. When I wake up in the morning and it's below 60, it's time for the hoodie. Okay? For this warm weather chick. I need warmth. All right? Greetings, everybody. I'm Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend, and I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess-centered lifestyle. This is our Inspired Goddess Morning Circle, and we're going to talk this morning about the astrology. We're going to do an oracle reading. I am pretty much, this is my gift, divination. And what is life without getting an oracle reading? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Like, how do people even do that? I have no idea, because our ancient ancestors left all of this technology that helped them stay on the straight and narrow. We want to know how they did what they did. Well, baby, they use divination. Okay. And so that's what we're going to do too as modern women. It's good to see everybody here. Let's see here. Who else? Hi, Bliss. Welcome. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Yeah, Kita May. Yeah, you and I, we rolling together. Okay. On this coldness. I don't care that it's going to be 80 at some point. This morning, it was 50 something when I woke up. Give me my hoodie, please. Mystic Storm. Alafia, how are you? Azizi, now she is a little bit further north. Space heater on right now, wearing a sweater, throw draped on her legs. Okay, she don't have a lot of body fat either. Yeah, Azizi up there in Ohio, we're gonna have to keep it straight. All right. Hey, everybody, so good to see you all. Wow, this has been also Instagram, if you're over there, hello. Okay, nobody's at Instagram because I just be ignoring. I don't mean to ignore Instagram. I can only see Instagram in a different tab. So yes. But anywho, it's so good to be here. And yeah, I forgot what I was saying when I forgot about that. But hello, Instagram. Okay. Esha has her tank top in Vermont. Okay. But you know what? Y'all do what y'all got to do, because the further north you go, I know y'all hold on to the warm temps for y'all, which might be 40. With every strength of your body, you're gonna hold on to any sign of warmth. So I'm not gonna even complain. But anywho, y'all. Yeah, so we're going to talk about the astrology. I do want to let you all know, from time to time, I'm a part of this bundle. It's called the Ultimate Life Hacking Bundle. So it's coming back up to, starting in September, actually, September the 8th. Okay, let me make sure I'm bringing up the right screen. Yes, here we go. If you look in the description box, you'll see the link there. I'll make sure I drop it also after I finish talking about it. But this Ultimate Life Hacking Bundle is one of my favorites because it spans different topics, different themes. And as always, it's free. There is no catch. I'll be honest with y'all, largely what happens is all of us business owners come together and we say, we're going to put in something that we typically would charge money for into this bundle. And it's hosted by one of my all-time favorite coaches. She is the coach I have worked with for 4 years, over 4 years. So the longest coach I've worked with, Faith. And she brought us all together, coaches or people who have a business who typically other people wouldn't even work with. Now, it's not everybody in this group is like that, but a lot of people, it's like it takes a while to get visible. We put all of our products together, and then we just say, hey, we got all these different categories, and it might be something in here that you want, and it doesn't cost anything. And that way it brings up visibility. I said, you know what? I'm just going to be honest. That's why we're doing it. But it truly is. That's why we call it the Ultimate Life Hacking Bundle, because there are so many different categories that you can look at and benefit from here within it. Here are the categories: home and family, hobbies and crafts, mindset, personal development, business and career, lifestyle and spirituality, health and fitness, recipes and food, personal finance. I'm just going to drop this link. This is my affiliate link. It gives me credit to let them know, hey, I came in here through Tyra. Hey, Vivian, Embroidery Queen, good to see you. But also there is a VIP. Did I say the VIP? This is an additional grouping of items that were put together. And it's $12. I said I would show y'all some of what's here if y'all would just indulge me for a moment. So in the free bundle, again, everything is free. Let me scroll down and show y'all what I'm putting in here first, because I love what I put in here. It's called Sacred and Simple Astrology for Women, your Sacred Year audio course from Goddess Body Mind Spirit. And what I did was I created this course that talks to you about the perfected year, because I like for you all to be empowered. And I've talked about perfected years here before, but I put it all in an audio course here. There's a guide that goes with it. So we have 12 numbers in astrology, because think about it. We have those 12 signs, each starting with the number 1, that first house, because the wheel in astrology has 12 houses. That first house represents a year of life, and it has certain themes for you. Okay. Or let's say you get into what is called a 6th house year. Well, when you're in a 6th house year, there are certain themes that are going to be prominent for you. And you don't need to know astrology. All you need to know is how old you are. If you know how old you are, then you will be able to determine, okay, like for instance, this year, I'm in an 8th house year. And I knew coming into this year, it was going to be very, very challenging, because an 8th house year is hard. All I need to know is that I'm 55. All right. I'm looking for super easy ways to help y'all understand how to apply this astrology, because remember, it's all about us keeping ourselves as balanced as possible, keeping ourselves as aware as possible as to where we are in our lives. And then everything that's happening makes sense. Okay. So that's what I put in there. But I said I would highlight just a few. I'm probably not going to go over all of these today. I'll go over them a different time. But I thought some of these were interesting. Energy reset, your monthly mat to timing, action, and alignment. From resentful to respected, 6 no-nonsense scripts for authentically communicating your needs. That is a really big deal. I highlighted things that I was like, okay, what do I hear from the ladies who I work with? People being able to communicate their needs, baby. That's a big one. Positive intuition hacks from purely intuitive. That one just sounds interesting to me. Like, yeah, I'm good with my intuition, but I'm like, I might would get that one just because, you know, it's like, what is this? Positive affirmation bundle from Master Your the name of the group, the company is Master Your Stress. Who doesn't like a good affirmation bundle, right? Intuitive expansion. Now, I thought this one was really interesting. Career rescue kit, because so many people are focused on career right now. It's incredible. Scattered to sorted. I should have made this one green. This is Virgo season. Okay. That is so Virgo-esque. That is so Virgo-esque. And I'm going to skip down because I'll come back and we'll go over some other ones. So the VIP, this costs $12. I'm getting this one right here. I'm paying at 12. Face yoga kickstart course. I am going to get that. Face yoga? Really? Anywho, did I drop my yes, I did drop my my link there. So y'all get on that wait list. Get on the wait list. Get on the wait list for the ultimate life hacking bundle. Let's see here. Life hacking bundle, awesome sauce. Yes, Azizi. Yes. Hello, Catherine Catbaloo. Greetings. Yay, you're catching a live, Queen. That is awesome. Peace. How are you, Joymon? Great rising. So, y'all, the a.k.a. Initiations have been completed. I'm gonna show y'all. Let me see if I can find one picture. I know Mystic won't mind me showing hers because she posted it on her socials. So I don't know if I have these pictures or not. But anywho, I did one ceremony in person. I'm just so proud of myself. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna take a risk. I won't say everybody's name, but yeah. I'll just flash that really quickly. Oh my God, we did this in person. I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. Yay. And there's Mystic, me and Mystic. This is a friend. She's the first one who got her elecades with me ever. And then this is another sister who got her elecades with me also. But yeah, we did this last Saturday or this past Saturday. And then there was another group that got their elecades online. We did an online ceremony. Let's see here. That was on that Friday, last Friday. So I'm feeling like a big girl. I'm feeling like a big girl. So yeah. So the next thing we're gonna do for any of the ladies who've gone through spiritual aspirant initiation, I don't know exactly. I'm thinking January, we're gonna start the priestess initiation. I'm probably gonna have maybe 3 spots. So, you know, I'll be letting y'all know. Spiritual aspirant initiates only. That initiation is only if you've been through the spiritual aspirant initiation. Now, if you haven't been through the spiritual aspirant initiation, that will be coming up again soon also. I love it. I'm gonna have to get on that list. You'll love it, Bliss. This is your kind of thing. Trust me, you'll love this. Thank you. Yes, Azizi Ayodele, she was in I think the second group that got their elecades with me. And then there's been some who I've done it individually. And then this was the first time that I did it by myself. And it's just this big group of us that, you know, ladies that came in. So it was nice. That is beautiful. I can't wait for my time to join. I made my mind up. It's time for me to initiate. Good. Come on and join. It was, look, the whole initiation process was warm, gentle, and covering. And that is even the online part. I do my best to be loving and kind. Because you know what? I don't even have to beat people up. The life will take care of giving people hard knocks. My job is to support you there in that. So yeah, come on, Bliss, join. Esha, she's another one. Ingrid, she went through the whole initiation process. So yeah, that's her name. It looks like Isa maybe, but it's Esha. Esha. Yay. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. Okay, y'all. So let's go on ahead. We're gonna look at getting started with. I was so focused on that life hacking bundle, I forgot to open up my calendar. Okay. So Zizi let me know she was drinking tea. Did anybody else tell me what you were? Wait a minute. I think Bliss told me what she was drinking. Mhm. Green tea. Ah, okay. Oh yeah. It's okay. Well, y'all be safe there at the storm. Oh, I'll have to look and see what that was. I think you had wanted to join a group or something like that, but I'll check it. Yay, thank you. Okay, we said coffee in the house. Okay, Latanya, sweet Southern tea, baby. That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna put some respect on it. We're not just drinking any kind of tea, all right? We doing it sweet and we doing it Southern. Okay, yeah, let's get going. All righty. So here we are at August. This is amazing. This is amazing. Um, that we are here in this last week of August. It's just blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind. Okay, so we have Venus and Leo, which we talked about last week. So Venus being in Leo is, for me, it's a fun time. It could be flirty, it could be romantic, highly creative. Um, Now, Venus is women. So this is our time to really connect with that energy of confidence. All right. So we definitely want to be looking up any confidence topics that might be coming up. Visibility is another one that I think is really important. If you're afraid to be visible, then Venus and Leo can perhaps help you to be okay with it. Okay. Um, but yeah, Venus is pleasure, Leo is fun. So definitely step into this energy around pleasure and fun. It could raise your sex drive. If you've been suffering, not suffering, but struggling with sex drive, this actually is a time that could increase your sex drive because Venus is one of the energies. She's very sensual. For women, she would be the more sexual of the two planets between the moon and Venus. And then Leo is a sign that has to do with sex and dating and being flirty and those kinds of things. Wait a minute. Is today? I think Zizi's birthday is coming up, y'all. Zizi's birthday. I think it's tomorrow. Hey, happy birthday. Y'all tell Zizi happy birthday. Mystic is drinking water. Veronica is drinking coffee. Kita May, Moroccan mint tea. So the tea drinkers this morning, we got green, we got sweet Southern, and we got Moroccan mint. I see y'all. I see y'all. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we are here at Wednesday. Venus opposition Pluto. So Venus oppositioning Pluto is a little bit of a challenging energy. It definitely could have to do with power and control struggles. And so if you feel like you need to stand in your power in some way, somebody's trying to take advantage of you, this would be one of those transits that's bringing it up. We always want to remember astrology works for us and not on us, or, astrology doesn't dictate our lives, it gives us a lot of opportunity. Um, and let's see here, Venus and Pluto, it's a little bit of a uh, push and pull, perhaps, between maybe you wanting to be true to yourself versus what is society asking you to be. And so it might be some clarity coming through. Like it maybe, it happened for me this morning. I thought I probably should change and put on something that's a little bit more pretty and feminine and professional. And I thought, I'm tired. This little kid, there's this little video where the kid is like, they're like, hey, you want to go play? It's after school. He was like, no, I'm tired and I'm cranky and I worked hard at school today. And I'm like, it's early, I'm sleepy. And I didn't already worked hard to make sure I could tell y'all about the ultimate life hacking bundle. I worked late last night. I'm like, I ain't changing. So maybe it's sort of like societal expectations versus what you really want. So that could be coming up. And who knows? Maybe, you know what, you want me to tell you what this kind of reminds me of? I don't know if y'all have heard the story of the Black woman who has been targeted by the person who's called the president of the United States. She's coming off the federal board, one of my Spelman sisters at that. And she was like, I ain't quitting. I ain't stepping down. He don't have this authority. I ain't doing nothing. And it really made me think about like things like that is going to be in history books. And someone mentioned during, I think it was the Vietnam War, there was a lady who put something out every day, 3 times a day. I can't remember what the message was. Just women who make a stand, and it's just like, I ain't doing it. Like the one in Texas, the representative, the Texas rep, she was like, y'all can do whatever else y'all want to do. And other Texas reps tearing their agreements up afterwards. She was like, nah, I'm standing on business. I ain't leaving. I ain't doing nothing. It's that kind of thing, like making a stand. But we might see it on the news. We might see it spotlighted in the media in some kind of way. Lisa Cook, that's her. I don't always do good with names, but yeah, Lisa Cook, that's her. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I remember when she was chosen, I was like, we got a Black woman and she from Spelman? Oh, okay. Okay, hold on 1 second. I would finish this. Yes, happy birthday, Queen Azizi. Coffee for Diamond. Happy birthday. Anybody else have a birthday this week? Anybody else got a birthday? Ah, thank y'all. New moon was phenomenal. Went camping, communed with nature, and gathered away for a spiritual bath. Nice. Nice, Azizi. Nice. That's right. That's the song she said. Look, now I'm hot, y'all. I done talked about I ain't taking off my sweatshirt, but we know it's getting up into the 80s, so the house must be getting warmer. Okay, so let's see here. Y'all, I missed a whole transit during that new moon. I had said I was going to fess up. Uranus was squaring the moon, and what that means is it created some tension, like this breakthrough type of energy, something unexpected. And I can tell y'all, that's exactly what happened for me. I was taking names and kicking ass. Not really, just in my mind I was. I got so upset about something. I was just like, and it wasn't even just one person. It was multiple people where I was just like, you know what? I'm drawing a line with people. Period, full stop. Aw, happy birthday to your niece. Aw. Oh, wow. Jamin's Nana turned 81 this week. That is amazing. Happy birthday, Nana. Wow. These people, these elders, they getting up there, y'all. They're getting up there. Okay, so let's see here. Now we have Uranus sextile Neptune. That's why I started thinking about that transit. We have Uranus sextile Neptune. And so Uranus is, like I said, it brings unexpected things. It wants to create an up level. It wants to give you a breakthrough. It is this energy that's sort of like Ogun, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's sort of like Ogun because where there's a block, Saturn will get you on block, baby. Saturn will catapult you through that thing. and then you're just free because I'm saying Saturn, I mean Uranus. Uranus wants to be free. And it wants to, it's just this very expansive energy. It's electrical. It has, just currents running through it. And so that's what Uranus wants to do. So when it's mixing with Neptune is all about this illusion. It's like this talking with spirit, you're communing, and it's like so Piscean, and you were just in the ethers and the non-visible worlds, and it's this illusion that we can get lost in, and it's like you don't even know what fact or fiction is. There's no difference when we're dealing with Neptune. All right. So the two of this together, it could be like this spiritual revelation that's coming through. And that's happening on your birthday, Azizi. Wow. So there's this spiritual revelation that is coming through. And it's like this soul, there's this opening that happens in the soul. Maybe some of us who have felt blocked, we won't feel blocked anymore. And it's like this, Neptune is divine, and it's this communing with the divine, but it's in a way where, it's just like all of a sudden you're going to get this enlightenment, or you'll be able to see something all of a sudden. Neptune is also miracles, and it's like, boom, all of a sudden this miracle comes through. So personally, that's how it potentially could look. Uranus is also very rebellious, and it's the same energy as Aquarius. So it's like rebellious, and it's this energy of activism. I wonder, is there something? I think there is going to be something on the world level where maybe people have felt oppressed, but they feel like, you know what, God hadn't forgotten about me. There's a miracle coming through. It's like, but it's on the societal level, some major breakthrough, because this is a transit that is supportive. I remember seeing one of the astrologers whose email I read. She talked about the way these planets are interacting, like them all kind of going through signs that are supportive. It confers this energy of blessings. So it's almost like the world can look like it's going to hell in a handbasket, but there is some protective energy that is going to be in play because of where these planets are. Now, they're all going to move back into their other sign except for Pluto. Pluto is staying in Aquarius, okay? But Uranus is eventually going to go back into Taurus along with Neptune and Saturn. As a matter of fact, next week, Saturn goes back into Pisces on the 1st, okay? And that's rough. When these outer planets switch in between signs, that's a little bit rough. It can create karmic things happening. We'll think we have finished something, but then because they're going back into these other signs, it'll feel like it's coming back up. And so that could be a little bit rough, but at least Neptune and Saturn going back into Pisces, when Uranus goes back into Taurus, they're going to still be supporting one another. Okay. This is a very unique time. We do not usually have all of the outer planets interacting. The only one that's not right now is Jupiter. But it was, when it first moved into Cancer, it was interacting with all of them. So, well, maybe not Pluto, but anywho, it's just really, really fascinating. So yeah, I just think that this is going to be a week, well, through Sunday, okay? Or I'll say Saturday, because by even Saturday, Sunday, we might start feeling like, oh my God, last week seemed like it was so promising. What is going on? Or, earlier this week, what is going on? But anywho, enjoy this time. Open yourself up to receive a miracle. The thing that you have to remember, if whatever this breakthrough is, this miracle, you could even think of it as like a divine up level, whatever it is, you have to do something to receive it. This is not going to just fall into your lap. The Odu Irasu is, oh my gosh, it reverberates through my soul most days. I'm like, I know people want ease and flow, but sometimes we're not in an ease and flow time. That doesn't mean we can't have ease and flow moments. We should. But this is just not one of those times. Sometimes we're going to have to be willing to kind of weather a storm and and not wish the storm away, because it's essential for us to be in that storm. Okay. And so part of the lesson right now is, if you want something, you probably going to have to put in on it to get it. And that's what's going to happen with that Uranus sextile Neptune transit. So then on Monday, September the 1st, we start in September with a bang. Okay, this is a banger. Saturn is going back into Pisces. And so, which in a way is kind of good, because Saturn is better in Pisces than it is in Aries. Its energy doesn't match Aries. So it'll go back into Pisces. The kicker is it's going to be on the 29th degree. So, starting easily around Sunday. Something karmic. It could feel like something's karmic, but it's returning. Okay. It could be something in the mind. It could feel like you have felt free and now you're feeling hemmed up again, but it feels very internal. It feels like it's something spiritually. You could even feel spiritually blocked a little bit. But Saturn wants things to be decent and in order. And so the thing that you want to be thinking about is, where you feel blocked, what is it that you need to do in order to keep moving anyway? Or do you need to do something? Do you need to do some spiritual work, some healing work, go get therapy, visit a healer or something like that, get a reading? Is that what you need to do? And but Saturn has been here before. It's retrograding. So it's going across degrees that we've already experienced. I can't remember how far it's going to go back. I think it's going to go back kind of far. Let's see here. Saturn. Okay. So it'll go on that 29th degree, 25th degree. So it's going to go back to the 25th degree of Pisces. So if you have anything between 29 and, well, I'll say 20 to 29 of Pisces, you might, 22, no, 20, 23 to 29 of Pisces. You'll be feeling every piece of that Saturn again. So, yeah. Okay. So we're going to have Mercury go into Virgo. So we're going to have 2 planets in Virgo. And Mercury thrives in Virgo. It is better than good in Virgo. It loves being in Virgo. It rules Virgo. And it just raises all of the Virgo topics that are already up because the sun is there. Again, happy birthday to all of the Virgos out there. Yes, thank you, Bliss. I appreciate you. Happy New Year to everybody who has Virgo energy. Just happy Virgo season. So Azizi talked about the new moon and how wonderful it was for her. For me, it was amazing because it was the exact same day as the in-person a.k.a. ceremony. But also, I think it was the night before, I just started feeling this obsession to start cleaning up and organizing. And, on my laptop, I'm always like fussing at myself because I just create so much content, but then I don't store it. And, then it's like, oh, it's just so much. I got to do something about it. I got to put it somewhere, but I don't remember what it was. Blah, 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 blah. I started looking for stuff that I could just delete. It was like, let me clear my digital clutter. I downloaded a book on like keeping house, and it's like 100 tips, and they're super easy. And I said, okay, I'm just going to start listening to things around organizing and clearing the house and, having a system around that, because that's Virgo. So you may be feeling that, because look at this, y'all. We had a new moon in Virgo in August. Typically, there's one new moon in a sign every year. But we're going to have a new moon in Virgo on the 21st of September. So we're getting a second new moon. The other thing about that, so the only way you can get, well, I didn't say this. It is a new moon eclipse, okay? So the only way you can get that is because it's close to a node of the moon. So let's see here, Virgo, right here, this node of the moon. So because that first moon was over here at 0, it wasn't close enough to that node to be an eclipse. So the second new moon in Virgo is going to be over here at 29 degrees. So it's going to include this node. And we have the node of the moon in Virgo. So that, in my mind, says, y'all, Virgo is very important right now. This Virgo energy, we need to be doing something with it. All right. And Virgo is all about, cleaning and clearing, decluttering, organizing, being more streamlined and systematized. Routines and habits, very important when it comes to Virgo. Health and wellness, pets, charitable giving. All right. Virgo is a problem-solving sign. So it's time for us to look at our problems. Whatever that problem is persistent. And okay, let's use the analytical skills of Virgo. We already have the sun there. We have Mercury there. And we have the node there. Let's use this sign with these planets to face whatever we need to face head on. All the problems that are there. Virgo is this type of energy that is like, it could be the worst of the worst. I think was Mother Teresa a Virgo? If she's a Virgo, let me see here. Was Mother Teresa? I don't know if I'm a Virgo. I don't know why, but it puts me in the mind of Mother Teresa. August 26th. That's like, wow. I mean, I did not know she was an August Virgo. Yeah. She was August. She was a Virgo. Let me see here. I don't know. Conflicting and unverified. Okay. So we don't know. Let's see here. This moon. That moon at 18 of Taurus is probably, she's a Taurus. For sure. I can imagine her being a Sag. But for sure, Virgo. That is Mother Teresa. I mean, that is such a good example of Virgo, because Virgo can go where it's a lot of mess. It's a mess. It's bad. It's icky. It's like the dregs of society. One of the professions of Virgo is, if I remember correctly, hold on a second. Let me say it this way, because I was about to say, I don't know if that's correct. Virgo has to do with helping people who are oppressed and downtrodden. Okay. Virgo is notorious. If you know a Virgo, they are notorious for helping people more than that person probably should be helped. They're just built to help the downtrodden, people who are down on their luck and that kind of thing. So, you want to go into the area of your life, maybe that's the stinkiest, that's the messiest, and do something about it during this Virgo season, using this new moon to help you with that. Okay. All right. So yes, let's see here. Mercury, right here. Mercury goes into Virgo, and we'll come back together next week with Mercury square Uranus. Oh, I don't know if I'll be here next week actually, but if I am, we'll talk about Mercury square Uranus. But that one could create some tech issues, just FYI, y'all. Just FYI. And then, that one could create some tech issues. But it's like unexpected news. It could be something is said, maybe an unexpected conversation. That one definitely could be something that's a little bit like, we could see that rebellion kind of coming up. And maybe the rebellion is going to be with people who are looked at as like downtrodden, oppressed, or something like that. The thing that came to my mind is the people who went to, I think it was Congress, when they were voting on that SAVE Act. No. They were voting on the big ugly bill. And I don't know. Was it there? Was it then? It was some point where some people who typically are in wheelchairs got out of their wheelchairs and crawled up the the steps of Congress, that and crawled into Congress, or they just willed themselves through Congress or whatever. It's the people who are oppressed or downtrodden rebelling. So it could be something like that coming up also. So yeah, that's what I have for y'all on the astrology. We are in what is called the waxing moon phase. And so that's because we just had a new moon. You can see the moon is up here. So it's already past the sun and it's on its way. So we're in the waxing moon phase. So the energy is building. This is a time where it's like you might feel like taking action. And sometimes you might think, okay, well, let me just really game plan what I need to do. And then you get back into taking action, that kind of thing. When we get to Sagittarius moon, that might be something that you're kind of like, yeah, for sure, I want to take some moon, because it'll be first quarter moon at that point. And then once we get over here to Pisces, that's when we're going to have, I'm going to talk about this. Actually, I'm not done. That's when we're going to have that full moon eclipse on the 7th of August. September. Woo. Whew. Okay, so we're already in eclipse season, y'all. Remember, we don't experience astrology in a day. Even though it says full moon eclipse here on the 7th, that energy builds to that day and then it wanes past it. So we are already in eclipse energy. We're in the full moon part of this eclipse. Now, I will say, we talked about Virgo, but let's look at this. Let me show y'all something. So we talked about this south node being over here in Virgo, where the north node is over here in Pisces. Okay. And then Pisces is asking us to go in a new direction. It's a very spiritual sign. You could say that it's the same as the subconscious mind. It's very creative. It has to do with healing. And so maybe that full moon is going to be, again, another expression of some spiritual awakening that is happening. Now, Pisces does have to do with miracles. And so maybe there's going to be some miracle that comes through. But this miracle is taking you in a direction where it's new. It's kind of like, oh, I had this opportunity to come up and I don't know where it came from. It just showed up, right? But there is some revelation. It's something that, Pisces is transcendent. Y'all know what? I keep getting this card. I have a new Oracle deck, the Green Witches Oracle deck. And this card, it might surprise you. It's such a good, I'm going to take this down for just a minute. Right here, the moth card. For some reason, me and moths, we're like best friends right now. The name of this card is, what it's called is mystery, concealment, and illusion. That is what could come up for us during that that full moon, or that's what's coming up right now. That's the point I really want to make with you all. We are in eclipse season right now. Why is eclipse season so important? First of all, if you're my Soul Alchemy membership, I create an eclipse class, and I always talk about why these eclipses are important. They last about the energy of each eclipse axis. So right now it's Virgo and Pisces. It lasts for like a year and a half. You can get a lot done if you pay attention to the eclipses. So y'all, I encourage you to join the membership. It's only $9.99 per month. And you can check out the eclipse classes that I put in there. Because there will be more coming because of these eclipses that are coming up. But yeah, we'll talk more extensively. There's already eclipse classes in there. Okay, so, hold up. Eclipses are fated events. They bring about times and shifts that are fated. I call them either amplification of aligned action or course correction. So if you are off your path, when these eclipses come through, it can feel like Oya's tornado came and just took you out, because eclipses are here to make sure that we stay in alignment with the blueprint that we created before we hit our mother's wombs. Okay. So I cannot overstate the importance of that. Then amplification of aligned action. Let's say you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. When you understand that and that eclipse energy comes through and gives you some amazing up level that you could never have imagined, but it is exactly putting you on the path like, oh my gosh, this is real. I'm really getting ready to do this. That's what amplification of aligned action of the eclipses can do for you. So y'all, so what I think is going to be coming up is this energy of the moth. I'm just going to say this is one of our cards today: mystery, concealment, and illusion. While some species of the moth are diurnal, we tend to associate moths with the night. Moths are beautiful night pollinators doing important work under the cover of darkness. Moths are often compelled to seek out the light even though it may endanger them. Moths, like butterflies, often have markings that disguise them, tricking predators into assuming they are something other than what they truly are. This illusion serves as protection. I like that. The moth card tells you that perhaps something around you isn't what it seems. That is Pisces. And this is what you can see with this Pisces eclipse energy being heightened right now. Look for the truth and follow the light, but don't let yourself be blinded. There may be something in your life that needs illumination in order for you to take control. All right. That is so Pisces eclipse energy. And the reflection is what in your life needs illumination to enable you to see past a surface level illumination. No, a surface level illusion. Pisces is all about illusion. And we get that Neptune interacting with that Uranus. That just because on that day is there, we're feeling that even now. Okay. So, and then we talked about the Virgo eclipse. All right. So I want y'all to be understanding. I want y'all to be aware. That's part of the framework that I teach. Awareness is very important for you to understand that this astrology in your life, honestly, the lighthouse. You're looking for what is that lighthouse illuminating for you right now. It's very, very important. Okay, let me see here. Did y'all say anything else? Happy birthday to Azizi and Nana. Yes. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do another pull. Woo. From my Greenwich Oracle deck. And let me do this because then it helps me to know where I am when I start I like to put in chapters. There we go. In other words, this week is going to be, I think it'll be eventful, but I think it's a lot of good. I think it's a lot of good coming, but there's going to be the challenges. That's just where we are right now. We got this. All right. That's the challenges in life is actually what gives life some of the support. Do we want to live in a bunch of drama? Heck no. Heck no. Okay. Hold on one second, y'all. Let's see. What do I have? I like this one. I pulled the walking staff. The walking staff. Where is this one? This has a weird way of, in my opinion, of grouping them, but I know where to find the page numbers. Okay, for this week, the walking staff. The walking staff is as at home providing help and support when you are tromping through the woods, as it is comfortable in a garden being used as a prop, something else. Okay, so Is it as comfortable providing help and support as you're walking as it is being used as a prop to, using to prop something up? In essence, the staff is a form of wand, a magical tool used to direct energy and aid focus. The walking staff card suggests that some part of your life needs more support, something to lean on, or something to help you focus your efforts. Like a plant may need a stake to help it stay upright until it develops enough strength, it stems, excuse me, enough. Like a plant may need a stake to help it stay upright until it develops enough strength in its stem to stand alone, your life may be easier if you have something or someone to lean on. A journey can take much less effort if you use a walking staff to give you extra security along the way. I like that. I feel like that goes with that Virgo energy, to be honest with you, because people give Virgos a really hard time because, Virgos, they see everything. They see all the details, and they can see all the details of what's good and what's bad, and they're going to tell you because they want things to be better. They want things to be good. And so people are like, oh, they're just so critical and nitpicky and, that kind of thing. But let me tell you, you get a Virgo on your side, you got a good one. You got somebody who is going to stick with you through thick and thin. Okay. So how can did I read that part? I don't know if I read that. Yes. What parts of your life are lacking strength? And how can you get some support in that area? Maybe the ultimate life hacking bundle? I'm going to use some of this stuff because they have several topics. I didn't go over them all, but we'll talk about them again later. Okay, one more card from this deck. Oh, I like this. We all love this. This matches the Pisces. This is the chamomile card. The chamomile card. Okay, chamomile. I have not had chamomile tea in a while. Chamomile, however you say it. Gentleness, relaxation, and sleep. That is so Pisces. With its gentle energy and flavor, chamomile suggests that perhaps you need to slow down a bit. There's something in your life that is draining you or wearing you down. It could be a relationship or a situation. And the chamomile card quietly reminds you that if you're in a state of exhaustion, you won't be able to do the work that will be required in the future, either at all or to the extent you'll need to. Chamomile invites you to take a pause, step away from your work, whatever kind it may be, and give your mind, body, spirit, and emotions time to find balance and equilibrium. The reflection is, have you struggled to give yourself permission to rest recently? I think I have. I think I have. I'm going to pull one more card from the Mythical Goddess Tarot deck. And we'll be done. I will let y'all go. A fire card. I pulled the completion card. Completion. Where are we? Completion. Interesting. This is Venus in Aries, which is not the same as Venus in Leo, but kind of. It's Venus in the fire sign. So it says the four-pointed fire mandala symbolizes the full cycle of completion. Just as nature becomes ablaze with color in its final cycle of autumn, form ascends into fire in its last stages of consummation and completion. This vibrant image signifies the importance of completion now in your life. Where you need to complete. This is the time to acknowledge and release what no longer serves you and let it ascend into spirit. Well, Virgo is definitely a sign that's like, clear it out. Clear it all out. Address unfinished business and complete it now. Be willing to be empty so that the space is clear and open for new beginnings. If that ain't a good reason to get everything cleared out, I don't know what is. Oh, I still haven't been over to Instagram. Hi, Instagram. So, yes, 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 yes. Mystic Road. Okay, we got another Mystic. Hello, Mystic Road. Good to see you. So, yeah, interestingly, when we think about when we're clearing clutter and we're getting things organized, it actually does something to us on the inside. When we think about feng shui, that ancient science is all about getting, because our environment reflects all of us. It's a reflection of what's on the inside of us. And so now I do know that some people do some obsessive cleaning and stuff like that. I'm just talking about things that are just like, we're just kind of showing up and we're not out of balance in that way. Okay. Um, but yeah, our environment will reflect us. It reflects something that's going on the inside of us. And so maybe some of what I want y'all to do too is to work on, as you do the Virgo clearing and cleaning and decluttering, as you work to complete something perhaps that you have been procrastinating on, see it as something spiritual. See it as a way to, you transform this outer thing, you complete this outer thing, and it is creating a transformation, a shift inside of you. So yes, the chamomile card. Yeah. And I think we sleep better. I think that it calms our nervous system down. Chamomile, I've always connected to the nervous system. I think it calms our nervous system down when we uh do all of the stuff to our environment. When you haven't completed something that needs to be completed, it's like having an open tab all the time. It's like you never can close that tab. And it's an open tab in the sense that it's in your subconscious mind, and that subconscious mind is nagging you about it. And it'll feel like I feel ill at ease. I feel nervous. I don't feel right, you know? And so those are the kinds of things that we want to be looking at. I do love all this earthy energy, taking care of yourself, eating as healthy as possible, whatever that means for you. Um, being outside more, Azizi the Virgo got excited about the chamomile tea, doing all these natural herbal things, and you're just really doing your best to connect yourself with the earth. That is just so important right now. It is so, so important. Earth energy is about being grounded. And the question is, how are you grounding yourself? Look, I'm on my toes. I'm like, ooh, I have not been grounded. I have not been grounded at all. So, yeah, what are we gonna do to get ourselves grounded? And it might be lay down and go to sleep. Just go to bed. Take a nap. It's okay. Right. The only tea I can get my daughter to drink. I heard that. Okay, queens, thank y'all so much. I think that's what I have for you all today. Thank you, Instagram, if y'all are still watching. I'm going to go on ahead and end. I'll keep y'all posted on when I'm going live next week. I might go live on Friday, actually, next week. So, but I will set that up and let you all know. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh, one last time, just to remind you, if you would join in the Ultimate Life Hacking Bundle. At the beginning of the video, if you just got here, you can look at the replay and look at all of the things that you can get. Now, for some of y'all who want a business, there are some business entries here, products that you can touch on. Business, career, home, family, health, well-being, lifestyle, spirituality, food, finance, all those things. Not one thing cost any money for the free bundle. There is a VIP upgrade that's only $12. The link is in the description box. So I appreciate you all for, let me take that down, the oracle reading thing down. I would appreciate you all joining me in that, me and the other entrepreneurs who have given, something that costs money, actually, that we're told, don't just put together a freebie. We ain't giving away freebies. We giving away something that's real and that can help people. So yeah, please consider that. Let's see here. Last comment. You are so welcome. Intuitive. Is that pause? Yes, intuitive pause. I got 55 plus eyesight. You're so welcome, Azizi. Happy birthday again. Okay, you enjoy. Yes, have a great week. You're so welcome, Bliss. All right, y'all. Let's go on ahead and I think I'm gonna put on a little belly dance song. Where is one? I like this one. It might start off a little slow, but it'll get good. It'll get good. Music by Sharkey, belly dance workout. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Why not? Let's dance. How y'all doing out there? You're welcome. Yay. Maybe you know I love me some belly dance, okay? Are you out there dancing with me? Come on, y'all. Put your belly dance on with me. Come on. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate you. Y'all are the absolute best. Have a great week. Blessings of the goddess and the ancestors be upon you and yours, now and always.